The smell of like a million refrigerators all rotting, like the smell of rotting food, like the whole city smelled like that because everybody's fridge and freezer was out.
Hurricanes have had a massive impact on the United States these past few years. Between Hurricanes Katrina, Michael, Ida, and many more, hurricanes have cost the United States billions of dollars in repairs, as well as taking the lives of thousands. We, the IELC delegation from the United States, have chosen to address the problem of increasingly frequent and fierce hurricanes, with the goal of being able to improve both hurricane preparedness and relief.
So hurricanes are the response of heating the Earth's surface by the sun, which causes evaporation to happen. And when that evaporation happens, that warm air at the surface of the ocean starts to expand and rise because it's being heated, a little bit like a hot air balloon. When you heat the air inside the balloon rises. And as that air rises and expands, the water vapor in that air packet starts to condense. This is the same process that forms thunderstorms in the afternoons on the east coast of the United States and other places. But a hurricane happens, so that creates a low pressure at the Earth's surface, and that draws more air in towards that low pressure area. And it starts this cycle that keeps growing and growing and growing and getting bigger and bigger.
Hurricanes frequently force mass evacuations of cities. From 2017 to 2019, deadly hurricanes claimed the lives of over 3,500 individuals. One of the worst examples of this was in 2005 when Hurricane Katrina displaced over 600,000 people, and many of the evacuees returned to their homes in peril. The economic cost is overwhelming, with more than $1.775 trillion in damage to property and industry over the past 2 decades.
Realizing just how, what really had happened, realizing that our entire house was basically had floodwaters up to the ceiling. And the water stayed there for about 3 weeks.
Back then in '06, you literally boarded up your windows. You put plywood on the boards and you packed what you could and you left, never thinking that you wouldn't ever be able to come home again. So Katrina was really the first experience where I had loss. Our home flooded, not like the rest of the city, but we definitely had 6 inches, which was above the floorboards and the baseboards of the house. So it hit the plaster walling. And so we had to rip up everything on the first floor, essentially. We lost our home temporarily, not permanently. We lost our family unit for about 5 or 6 months until we could all come home. We lost our sense of stability and our sort of economic comfort level because what we had saved, we had to spend in order to get kind of back on footing.
Once until I experienced it down there, I didn't know how devastating they actually were. From where I live, I don't experience hurricanes as much as the southern people do, so I think we all need to do more research.
Oil drilling is a large part of the New Orleans economy, but drilling near marsh and wetlands lowers the ground level and reduces the amount of water the land could absorb during massive rainfalls. Oil companies say that their drilling didn't increase flooding, but scientists disagree.
Is it worth it to us? Is it worth it that, every summer do I want to have to watch the Weather Channel and think to myself, okay, do I have to evacuate again? What am I going to take with me? I didn't want to have to go, and every time I bought a piece of furniture, think to myself, what if we flood again? So that was a big decision to come here.